Hey guys, I'm back. The time on the back is wrong. It's not 5:10. It's actually 1 a.m. And I just watched The Boy in the Heron. Um, I need to be kind of quiet, but basically, um, this movie is it's the movie by Hayao Miyazaki, or the director and you know leader guy of Studio Ghibli. And basically, this movie is supposedly one of the last movies that he's gonna make. Now, it might not be, but he's kind of old, and he's made a lot of movies, and some of them well, some of them not. So it might be the last movie. But, but I can say that I watched it in IMAX, and I watched it pretty early, after release. Like a couple days after release, and I can say I'm shocked. I just watched it like literally a couple hours ago, so I don't have a full opinion yet. But man, it was amazing. That's what I can say so far. The art was amazing. Like, it was beautiful. There were scenes where it it was just like, I don't know how to explain it exactly. I'm speechless. There was like all the colors that were used in every single Ghibli movie was put into this movie. You could see work from every single movie that he made into every single scene. There was inspiration from every single movie into every single scene. No scene, no frame was wasted. Every frame was a piece of art. Every frame. That's what I have to say about this so far. It was beautiful. Okay, it was beautiful. It was extravagant. It left me dumbfounded. I am still in awe, and I hope you guys know that, because it was amazing. It really was. It was. You know that feeling when you just like look at like a bunch of crystals, when you look at like kind of like an amethyst cave or something, and everything's sparkling. Imagine that, but it's like a rainbow. It's like a bunch of rainbow crystals. That's what it felt. That's what it felt. You're just looking at everything all packed into one thing. It was amazing. So I'll give the art a million out of 10. Okay, it was amazing. Um, you can tell that they worked their asses off on this movie. In terms of the art, at least it was amazing. Um, so yeah, uh, thank you, Mr. Miyazaki, for that. Um, Now, in terms of story, there wasn't really one. And I heard people complaining about that after the movies, and I was like, "Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!" Don't you guys know that this probably the whole point of the movie probably was not to have a story? Not every single movie has to have a story. Not everything needs to be the same. Now, I don't care. Like, if no one's gonna watch this, so it's like not. I mean, I don't really care if anyone really. I mean, if someone watches this, but spoiler alert. If you don't wanna be spoiled, then just click off this video. So I'm about to spoil right now. But the ending was super abrupt. It was just him, like, literally said 2 years later. You know, he says to him, "Well, everything's good now. It's after the war, so we're gonna go to Tokyo. Back with my dad and my new mom." That's it. It was like that, couple seconds, and it was just done. He was in the house, he was packing up, and he just left. And I was thinking, I was like, why so abrupt? And everyone too was like, everyone in the movie was like, why so abrupt? You know? But then I was like, it's Mr. Miyazaki. He didn't waste. I mean, it probably took. He didn't waste his time. He didn't rush it. It probably there was some delays in the movie. Probably, I bet you. But like, he had a lot of time, and I really think really. I think it was on purpose, because it's like I just watched an analysis. A lot of these ideas are gonna come from analysis and from my own thinking, but I was thinking it was on purpose, because there was no way that he would do it abrupt for just to rush it. It's Mr. Miyazaki. This is his life's work into one whole movie. Okay, and now that I'm thinking about it, I really think he made it abrupt at the end to be like, guys, it's just a movie. Thank you all for watching, but go live your lives. I'm so thankful for giving. I'm so happy to make you guys happy, but let's all live our lives. It's done. Okay, we're finished. That's it. Okay, live your own lives. Make your own story. Make your own art in other ways. Art doesn't have to just be right drawing. It could be talking to people. Okay, you can find art in talking to people. You can find art in, consulting. You can find art in banking. You can find art in doing math. Hell, math is art. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that we can art. But I felt that that ending was very important because if it was like, because when I went in, I was expecting to cry. I didn't cry at all. I was close apart, but I was like, let me contain myself. Um, I didn't cry. And I don't think he wanted you to cry. Some movies were very cry worthy, and he probably wanted you to cry, like The Grave of Fireflies. He probably was crying while making that movie. All the animators are probably like it was so sad. But The Boy and the Heron, I didn't cry. It was outstanding, but it was just like you were in awe after, and you were just more kind of just like just sitting there and wonder, just like wow, just like wow. And I think that was the whole point. It wasn't supposed to be the typical movie that gets emotions out of you, and then it's like okay, back to all the hell in the world. Let's act like we're so happy, and then back in the hell. I don't think it was supposed to be that. I really think it was just supposed to be like an accumulation of all his work into one, and just to show it and be like, guys, this is my work. This is what made you happy after all these years, and we're done. That's it. And I think that's what it meant to be. And a lot of from what I was watching, this guy named, I think it was Local Mangaka or something like that. Yeah, he was talking about how like that the whole idea of this kind of concept was that I'm trying to remember. It was like that it's like you have to choose your own path because the English translation was how do you live, which is based on the book How Do You Live, and it literally is how do you live. So it's like we're done with our story. We're done with Miyazaki saying I'm done with my story. We're all done with that. How do you live? And like he was like the YouTuber was saying, the local manga was saying, the main character, the reason why he was so kind of like, I guess he was kind of invisible, transparent, was because he was supposed to be us and to the younger generation, and we are witnessing all of his work because basically Mojito, the main character, went through all of this beautiful stuff they went to like this like underworld place, all of these beautiful places and experiences and adventures in this during this time of the movie, and I think, and that was supposed to be us remembering all the times that we watched movies and we're happy, and then at the end it's done. Miyazaki's like, I'm done. I need a successor, but I don't have one, so we're gonna finish, because in the end Miyazaki's done. Miyazaki's old. He's not gonna continue on, and we can't live through Miyazaki. That's not how it works. He lived his life, but we need to live ours. We need to focus on our own path, and we can. And I think that was his wisdom that he brought through personally. I really think it was to forget about, and also to forget about the bad things that have happened to us in the past, and to grow from them. And it's such a cliche thing, but it's so true, because that really is honestly a huge essence in life. Every time, and I think from my perspective, I was trying so hard to find a deeper meaning in this, because I was like, this is like gonna be like one of Hayao Miyazaki's like last films. Of course, he's gonna have something like, profound and deeply philosophical and hard, freaking Plato, like Aristotle type shit, freaking like, La Formula type shit. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, and usually I'm trying to really dig deep into it. I want to try to find every detail. How is this connected to this, and how is this playing a role? How is this symbolic in this sense? No, I mean, yes, there were some symbolism. Obviously, I do believe that. Like Himi was the mother when the Himi was the mother when she was younger. Um, it's a girl that he meets in the new world in this new world. Um, that it's supposed to represent her mother because she has the power of fire. She has the power of fire, and and like the YouTuber guy said that the Himi the mother died. So the mother died in a fire, and but the mother in this new world, she you had fire as her powers. She could use it. She had control of it. She had control of her own fate. She was okay with her fate. She died in a fire. That was her fate. And then at the end, she was like, he's like, oh, but like you want to go back? You're gonna go like when they were leaving. It was Mojito, the main character was gonna no Mojito. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he was gonna go back to his time, and she was gonna go back to her time, which is when the timeline where she died. Um, and then she was like, and he was um, like, well, you're gonna go back to the time when my mom died. Like you're gonna die in the fire. And she was like, it's okay. Like I'm not afraid of fire anymore. Like I know that at least I'll have you. She chose. That was her life. She knew that she was gonna live to raise him, and then she will die in the fire because that's her fate. That's fine. We have our fates in life. It's things will happen. It's okay. Okay. Hell, I might die in a fire. That's depressing, but it's gonna happen. I mean, it might happen. I won't say it will happen. Bit, but it might happen. You know, and that's our fate. But what matters is that we have control. We have that control, that sense of control, saying that it will be there, but I feel like the fates. So let's say someone who has lived a life of sin and wasted their time not learning anything and being horrible to people that's in fire, and then someone who uses time to create art and bring joy to people and be educated and learn and help people and devote his life to God or something like that. So I just example, it dies in the fire. Do you think those fates would be the same? No, the fates are different. One died in misery, one died in content. Do you know what I'm saying? There's a difference. So it's not the fate that we need to change. It's the life that we need to change. We need to know exactly how we want to live. So we have control over our fate. You know what I'm saying? Or I can't change it, but we still have control over it. Because when you have control over it, you have control over your life, which will change how your fate is perceived, how it is. You know what I'm saying? A good fate or a bad fate. You know? And I really think that's important. And just me talking about that right now, it made me figure that out, and I'm happy. And I didn't think I need to write this down, or else I'm gonna forget about it. But you know, I think I'm done talking. But Mr. Miyazaki, thank you for all the films, and thank you for all the hard work that you put to bring us joy. I really appreciate it. I'm only 15, and I've seen a lot of your movies, but you know, there's always some people who grew up with the movies. You know, they're little, they're really really little, but I really really appreciate it. You know, I think you're a wonderful man in the sense that you were able to make us happy. That's all that matters. Okay, I don't care about the bad stuff you've done in your life. I don't care. You were able to make us happy. Thank you, Mr. Miyazaki. Have a good rest of your life. Thank you for this wonderful masterpiece. Thank you for the Studio Ghibli crew who are working under him, who worked hard, out, relentless hours.